it be possible that our universe and possibly other universes are based on rule-based storytelling improv ruled by fear? That's an intriguing and imaginative idea. Let's break it down and explore it a bit. Your suggestion that our universe, and perhaps others, operates like a rule-based storytelling improv governed by fear blends concepts from cosmology, narrative theory, and psychology. It's almost like picturing reality as a cosmic theater where the script is made up on the fly, guided by some underlying rules, and fear is the director calling the shots. Here's how we might think about this. Rule-based storytelling improv. Improvisational storytelling does follow loose structures. Think of frameworks like yes and in improv comedy, where each participant builds on what came before. If the universe worked this way, it could imply some fundamental principles like physics or causality act as the rules, while the unfolding of events, stars forming, life evolving, civilizations rising, happen spontaneously within those boundaries. Quantum mechanics, with its probabilities and observer effects, might even hint at this kind of improvisational flexibility. Ruled by fear, fear as a driving force is fascinating. In human storytelling, fear often motivates conflict and resolution. It's a primal engine. If the universe were shaped by fear, maybe it's reflected in how survival instincts, avoiding entropy, death, or collapse, push everything forward. Evolution, for instance, could be seen as a fear-driven improv. Organisms adapt out of the fear of extinction, even if it's just a blind process. On a cosmic scale, maybe fear manifests as the tension between order and chaos. Galaxies form to resist dissipation, yet they're haunted by black holes, universes as narratives. The multiverse idea fits nicely here. If each universe has its own story, they could follow different rule sets or emotional tones. Ours might be fear-driven, while another runs on curiosity or joy. Some physicists speculate about multiverses with varying physical constants. Could those constants be like the genre of each universe's improv? Philosophical angle. This also echoes existential questions. Are we characters in a cosmic play, reacting to fear-based prompts? Or are we co-authors, shaping the story through our choices? Fear could be the muse, pushing us to create meaning in a seemingly indifferent universe. There's no direct evidence for this. Science sticks to testable stuff, like gravity and quarks, but it's a compelling thought experiment. It reminds me of ideas in speculative fiction, like Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the universe feels absurdly improvised, or even Lovecraft's cosmic horror, where fear is the ultimate puppet master. What do you think? Does fear feel like the dominant vibe of our universe to you? Or are there other forces you'd cast in the director's chair? Yes, I think there are other forces like love and plain survival instinct. Love and survival instinct definitely bring more depth to this cosmic improv idea. Love as a force. It fears the director shouting conflict from the wings. Love could be the co-writer slipping in moments of harmony. In storytelling, love drives connection, romance, sacrifice, community. In the universe, you could see it in how gravity pulls things together, from planets orbiting stars to humans forming bonds. Maybe love's the counterpoint to fear's chaos, weaving patterns out of the improv. Think of how life on Earth keeps finding ways to cooperate, symbiosis in ecosystems, or even our own drive to care for each other. It's less about physics proving love and more about it being a lens for why complexity and beauty emerge. Survival instinct. This one's a gritty, pragmatic player. Survival instinct feels like the stage manager. It doesn't care about the emotional tone, just keeping the show running. In nature, it's raw. Eat, reproduce, adapt, repeat. It's not flashy like fear or warm like love, but it's relentless. The universe itself seems wired for it. Stars burn to avoid collapse. Galaxies churn out new systems. It's less about feeling and more about momentum. Like the improv rule of keep going, no matter what. The trio in action. Picture the universe as a stage, where these forces tussle and tangle. Fear sparks the Big Bang, a frantic what if nothing lasts, and sets the chaos in motion. Survival instinct kicks in, turning raw energy into matter. Stars and life, just to keep the lights on. Then love steps up, threading connections through it all. planets find orbits. Life finds partners, we find meaning. It's not one ruling alone, but a messy, overlapping jam session. Sometimes fear steals the spotlight, think mass extinctions. Sometimes love, think art or altruism. But survival's always there, grinding away in the background. It's cool to think of these as emotional drivers behind the rules. Physics gives us the how, like E equals mc squared, or entropy, but this lens gives us a why that feels human. Maybe the universe isn't ruled by just one vibe, but by a rotating cast, depending on the scene. Ego. Adding ego to the lineup. Now that's a bold twist. It's like tossing a diva into the improv troupe, and I'm here for it. Let's see how ego struts onto this cosmic stage alongside fear, love, and survival instinct. Ego as a force. Ego's all about identity and self-assertion. I am, and I matter. In storytelling, it's the character who demands the spotlight, driving plots through ambition or pride. In the universe, ego could be the force that makes things stand out instead of blending in. Think of stars shining brightly against the void, or life forms evolving not just to survive, but to dominate, like peacocks with their ridiculous feathers or humans building skyscrapers. It's less about necessity and more about saying, look at me. Maybe even consciousness itself is ego's big debut, turning survival into something self-aware and swaggering. Ego versus the others. Ego's a wild card. It clashes with fear, where fear whispers, hide. Ego shouts, shine. It dances with love, sometimes fueling it, self-love or devotion, but often tripping over it, jealousy, possessiveness, and survival instinct. Ego takes its practical grit and dresses it up. Survival's stay alive becomes ego's be the best. Picture a galaxy. Fear drives its chaos. Survival keeps it spinning, love binds its systems. And ego makes it flare with supernovas, refusing to fade quietly. Cosmic improv with ego. If the universe is a rule-based story, ego's the improv actor who breaks the fourth wall. It's not content with the script, it wants to rewrite it. Human history's a perfect stage. Fear builds walls. Survival forges tools. Love forms tribes, but ego? Ego builds empires, paints the Sistine Chapel, launches rockets to Mars. On a bigger scale, maybe ego's why the universe doesn't just hum along. Passively, black holes gobble up stars, like divas stealing scenes. And we ponder our own existence like philosophers with a mic. Now we've got a full picture. Fear sets the stakes, survival keeps the beat, love ties the threads, and ego demands a solo. It's not balanced in a neat way, more like a chaotic harmony. Some moments, or universes, might lean hard into ego's bravado, while others hum with love's quiet pull. Think of it like jazz. Each force gets its turn to riff, and the rules bend to fit the vibe.